Two Lakeview Elementary School children in Sarasota are recovering from hand, foot, and mouth disease. ABC 7's Alex Redmond joins us with information on how this virus spreads and why some parents are upset about not being notified. Alex.
Thanks, Haley. Hand, foot, and mouth disease. It may sound ominous, but just how concerned should parents of school-age children be if a case or two isn't reported at their child's school?
I was doing Play-Doh.
And this is what 4-year-old Brooks did next.
Washed my hands.
We try to teach the children very good sanitation practices, washing their hands before they eat, washing their hands before they touch their mouth or their face, washing their hands after they go to the bathroom.
But even with best practices, germs can sneak by. It happened at Lakeview Elementary School in Sarasota.
We got a call from parents of students from two families saying that their students had been diagnosed, I believe, with hand, foot, and mouth disease, so they were not at school at the time.
Sarasota County Schools communications specialist Scott Ferguson says the families of the students were advised to keep the kids home
Until their students were fever-free without the use of fever-reducing medication for at least 24 hours.
There are about 100 reportable diseases based on severity or risk to public health.
Hepatitis C, hepatitis A, measles, salmonella, chickenpox, pertussis.
Hand, foot, and mouth is not one of them, whether it's in the school system or anywhere, says epidemiologist Michael Drennan.
There would be very few situations where we would recommend a letter. And as far as I know at this time, that's not something we would recommend.
The debate over whether the health department should require schools to notify parents of hand, foot, and mouth infections at the school generated more than 350 shares on ABC7's Facebook page and more than 120 comments. Drennan says the virus is very much like the common cold, and it spreads much the same way.
We don't recommend exclusion at all. Oftentimes children can be asymptomatic, meaning that they have the disease, can spread it, and have no symptoms.
So what do you have to tell other kids about staying safe and keeping away from disease in school? You can tell them, Brooks.
Wash your hands and cover your cough.
I think the main thing for parents to know is that we will inform them if there is something that's widespread, or even if it's something that's occurring in small numbers that is a cause for alarm.
Scott Ferguson also reassures the decision to tell parents isn't based on things like if there are 2 cases or they won't tell parents, or if there are 3 cases that they will. It depends on the specific instances and people conferring with the experts.
And Alex, are there extra concerns for those who are much younger who get this, because it is spread in those younger kids?
Yes, the little ones, the babies, the toddlers. The concern is because they get sores in their mouth, and the parents need to just watch out for if they're not eating, because sometimes they're too young to tell the parents something's wrong. But again, it is very much like the common cold, other than the icky looking spots.
It looks weirder than it really is.
It really does. And do you really want to send a note home with every child that gets everything?
Every virus,
right. So that's, it's up for debate.
Okay. Thank you, Alex.